BTeam fans, we're back. I've built us a little barrier, and that's just to keep the creepers and things from blowing us up while we're trying to work in here. But I didn't want to enclose it entirely because I thought it'd look a little nicer if it was just a, just kind of a little garden shed going on out here. I think it adds kind of a nice aesthetic to the overall look of the build, so it's not too bad. I didn't really want to enclose it. I felt like that was too mad scientist looking, so I just used some fences to keep it open, but also keep mobs from wandering in here and bugging us while we're trying to work. So that's where we're at. And I was off not recording, I added some obsidian to the furnace, some more iron, and also some aluminum. When you mix those three together in the right proportions, now if I had a little more aluminum it would mix together and make more of this alumite, which is a really good thing to make your tools out of. We have 57 ingots of this stuff, so I'm hoping that'll be enough to make our basic tools. So we're going to want our patterns. We've got a pickaxe head, a hammer head, the large plates and so on are some of the things we're going to need to put these things together. An excavator, broad axe head makes us a lumber axe. I know we need the broad head pattern. I think we need the tough rod and the iron rod, but I'm not positive, so I'll take them both out. Also the tool binding, and then the heads for the other tools. So we'll take all these casts out, and we'll start making our parts. You can make parts out of a lot of different materials. The book gives quite a good description of all the different types of materials. Okay, I put the books in the chest. Materials and you. I think it's the red book. I'm not positive though, so we'll find out. Okay. Pickaxe, it talks a little bit about the difference. It shows the different parts that you need to make it. You can also make a hatchet. That's what you get when you use the smaller axe head. The broadsword, we may use that. I haven't made up my mind yet. There's a specific one that I like to use that you need to find an NPC village to make. It's called a cutlass, but it's something I need a handguard for. So you can only find the piece that you need to make it in a NPC village, so we'll have to do some more looking. I have not used the mattock before, but you can use it as an axe or a shovel, so it just, if you like to use a multi-tool like that, it's a good thing to have. And then there's a couple different types of swords that you can make. A frying pan is another thing that you can use you can cook with it. Again, that's something I haven't used before. I may go ahead and make it. A dagger is a short weapon that you can either stab or throw, which I haven't used. A battle sign is for whacking different mobs with. A chisel is a really cool thing that you can make some different things with, and again I'll show you how that works. That works with the carpenter's blocks as well. The lumber axe, the hammer and the lumber axe are two of the tools that we'll be making today. The excavator is another one. I have not made the scythe yet. The battle axe is a little different than the lumber axe. It's built a little differently with two broad axe heads and a tough rod instead of the lumber axe, instead of the plates, the large plates. I have not used the battle axe. I know my son likes it. Mine Tilly Puck likes it. And then the bow and arrows, I don't like the Tinker's Construct bow and arrows. And then if you're interested in using different materials, you can go through here and look at all the different materials that you can use to make the various parts out of. I prefer the alumite. It adds a lot of durability, it adds mining speed, and you can mine cobalt and erudite, I think it's called, with it, which is stuff that you find in the nether, and with those things you can make another, there they are, cobalt and ardite. When you mine those in the nether, you can put them together to get manulium, and it's extremely strong, and it's one of the best materials for making your tools out of. So we may get that far at some point, but for now, excuse me, we're going to start out with the alumite. It's extremely durable. I like it. I just like the look of it. I like the way it works. I like the durability. That back in there. I'm putting the tool pieces back as I make them so that I don't mix them up too much. It's really difficult for me to not mix these up, so I know we need 2 of these. And one of the ways, if you don't want to look at the book for everything, you can go into the tool forge, look at the thing that you're going to make, and it gives you the pattern right there. So like I need 2 of those large plates, an iron tough rod, or just a tough rod, not iron, and hammerhead. So I'll need the tough rod cast and the hammerhead to make the hammer. The hammer does a 3x3 area, so when you're mining things with it, like stone or coal or any of the different ores, you can hit it a 3x3 area and it'll clear out 9 blocks at a time instead of just 1 like the pickaxe. Looks like I'm going to need some more food. I've got some bread baking, so we'll be good for food in a little bit here. We'll make a tough rod. We'll do 1 tool at a time because that'll be so much easier than trying to do too many at once. Let's see. I quite often assembly line these things when I do them, but for the purposes of the video, we'll just do 1 tool at a time. So we're going to need those and this, and then we just need the hammerhead, which is, looks like it's done. So we'll take that out and throw this one in so that that can cast while we go ahead and put this together. Now the pieces are still in here, but to get the right one I have to click the hammer thing again. Put that in, and there's our hammer. And if you like, you can give it a name. So we'll call it the Pink Hammer of Death, just for giggles. I'll show you how the adding things works to the adding things to it works in a few minutes. Let's get through. Let's see, we need the tough rod pattern as well. Okay, our excavator head is ready, so we'll look at the thing and see what we need to make the excavator. Oh no, we did the axe head, not the excavator. So we're going to need the axe head, the plate, the tough binding, and the tough tool rod. We've got the head, and we've got the tough binding. We're going to need a plate. We can go ahead and put that in. Let's see. And then we're still going to need the tough tool rod as well. And now that you see how these things work, again, I'm going to cut this and I'll come back when I get all these tools put together, rather than spend a lot of time in the video. Okay guys, welcome back. We've got the tools made. I'll show you how that is. We've got our pickaxe, our pink hammer. These are all alumite tools, our excavator, and our lumber axe. And I just want to give you a brief demonstration before I end the video of what each of these tools does, why they're superior to the diamond tools, which obviously we have, so it seems odd that we're spending all this time and effort making these tools, but I'll show you exactly why they're so good to have. Actually, I think I can go, we have kind of a little micro mine over here. We'll just go over here and do just kind of a very brief demonstration of what these tools can do. I'm trying to find out, well, you know what, we'll just go right here and it'll be fine. The excavator is a digging tool, and as you can see, Rather than dig one block at a time, it digs a 3x3 area. So if you're digging a hole or digging out an area and you want to do a lot of digging very quickly, you can dig only one, but it will do quite a lot more. So, as you can see, that's pretty handy. Now, for times when you don't want to dig all those at once, you do want to keep your diamond shovel on hand if you just want, you know, to take one block out of an area. Oh my goodness, holy cave noises. So then, your hammer, same thing. Takes a little bit longer, but when it goes, it takes a 3x3 area. That's silicone. I don't really want any silicone. And as you can see, that can be a really handy thing when you're mining. It only works on stone and ores, so you know it won't take the dirt, but as you can see, it's a very effective and efficient mining tool. So, and then your pickaxe, you actually want to hang on to, because there might be times you only want to take, you know, one block. You don't want to take out a whole wall just to get one block, so you definitely want to have a pick too. So that's what those two are for. Really, really handy. They make mining and digging and clearing areas so much faster and easier. Oops, froze up there for a second. Just going to come over here into the forest to show you what the lumber axe is for. Now, you've been seeing me go up in the top of the trees to do my tree felling, and that's because it's just quicker and easier to take them down from the top. But with the lumber axe, you can start at the bottom. You hit one log, and it takes the entire tree all down at once. Show that again. And this works on larger trees as well. So if you get a redwood or one of the large oak, like the dark oak, that are a 3x3 or even a 4x4, you know, this will do quite a large tree all in one shot. So it just makes clearing trees so much faster and easier. And the last thing I'm going to talk about in today's video, and I'm just going to show you how this works, is the modifiers. When you add modifiers to your tools, things like redstone makes you have faster, and lapis adds luck to your tools. So if you're mining for diamonds and you're using your hammer, you can get more diamonds per dig. Trying to think what I did with the stone. I had more cobble. I thought I'm just going to put these in here to get them out of my inventory. That's lead ore, okay. I know I had a stack of cobble. I thought I had it in my oops, that's the patterns. Okay, maybe I put it back in the... Alright, we'll just go back in the house and get it. I opened up a little block up here just for a simple way to get in as a bat, so I don't have to keep going in and out the door. Okay, there's a stack of cobble. And I'll show you the reason I'm looking for a stack of cobble. Go back over here to the... because there's one more modifier. We're actually going to need quite a lot more lapis and redstone, and I've got some more in my thing here, obviously, but we're definitely going to want more than that. I'm going to surround a bucket of water with the cobble, and that gives us the mossy stone. Now you get back your bucket when you do this. Okay, well I don't have quite enough buckets of water to do it all, but now we don't want a furnace, we want the moss stone. Like I said, I don't have quite enough buckets to do all the cobble that I have, but that's okay. We'll take that, and then we'll put it in the crafting grid and get back 4 balls of moss. And what that does, then we'll add our tools to the crafting grid, and we can add a ball of moss to our tool. You guys see it gets a little green on there, and if you see this, you've got modifiers, and it says modifiers remaining are 2, and right now it's got moss on it, and moss adds auto repair. So that's why we put that on our tools, because then when you're using your tools, and I'll show you how it works, or what it looks like when it's working, this will actually allow your tools, it's basically adding durability. You can do the same thing by adding diamonds, it'll add durability as well, but this is much more superior because the tools will actually repair themselves as you're using them. And if you watch the tool in your hand, every so often you'll see it dip. It'll almost look as if I'm doing that with that. Now that's a left click, but it'll just make a little dip as if I started to left click and then change my mind. And when it does that, it's actually the moss repairing the tool. And of course it's not going to do it on film for me because it takes quite a few clicks in between the movement, but every so often you'll see it kind of twitch in your hand, and that's the moss auto repairing the tool. So yeah, that's one of the modifiers that you can add. Oops, that's the tool forge. I want the thing. I'm actually going to make these into blocks because it's much more efficient to add modifiers as blocks than as individual pieces of redstone. So we got 19 redstone blocks. Now I can put, say, my pick in here, and redstone adds speed. I can actually surround it with the redstone. Why is it not working? Okay, maybe I can't add that much all at once. You can only add up to so many. Of a particular modifier. Okay, so it won't take another whole 9. See, I've got 49 out of 50 on there now. And I do need actually a few singles just to fill in what it'll allow. So now I've got 50. Now I can add more redstone, but it would take up another modifier space, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to add lapis as soon as I can do this. Go ahead and do the lapis blocks as well. And I'm going to add the lapis. If there's enough space. Yeah, see how lapis takes up like all the lapis blocks? We really need a lot more lapis. You can go up to 450 with that. But you can see it adds a little bit of interest to the actual tool itself, and it also adds, now you can see that I've got reinforced 2, which is just because it's the lumite. The auto repairs from the moss, the haste is from the redstone, which just makes it mine faster, and the luck is from the lapis. So next episode we will go out digging, and we'll get more. Oh, there's a beautiful sunset, so we'll watch that while I talk. We'll get more lapis and redstone and modifiers, and we will modify the rest of our tools. I'll probably do that off camera, just again to not waste a lot of time, and we'll do some adventuring. We'll go explore a little bit, we'll check out the world, and we'll see if there's some other builds. We'll need to start building a farm, and we'll need to start breeding up our animals. So there's plenty of things to do, and we will explore around, and we'll use our new tools, and you'll see how they work. And if you think of anything that you would like to see in this, I've got a couple of hamsters in safari balls now, so I'd like to build a hamster pen. So if you guys have any ideas for, things you'd like to see in BTeam, or mods you'd like to see me get into and try, leave a comment, leave a like, let me know what you like about the series, what you'd like to see different, and we'll keep on going. So thanks for watching. See you next time.